What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dirty Degens. I am, as always and forever, your host, Josh, for the evening. Tonight, I've got a good show for you because you know what? Everybody is stressed out. They're claiming that the market's over. I see major influencers screaming that they miscalculated everything. I see everybody panicking because gold's going to all-time highs. And I'm not here to give you fluff. I'm going to give you pure facts. I've got a lot of them. So buckle up, stay tuned, because I've also got a gem for you. It's going to be a little bit weird. Hint. 6-7. It was on fucking South Park last night. It's crazy. But no, we've got a lot of good stuff to go over. I really don't think that anything is near over. Let's go ahead and dive right in, because you know what? Bitcoin's currently chilling at 106.5. It's pretty low. You know, I've seen people say that for months now, Bitcoin's got to fall down to 100 before the bull market can continue. You know why that is because the 50-week moving average, that's right where, or 50-day moving average, that's weak. It's right where that line is. Actually, we should be able to see it here. No, I don't have it enabled on this chart, unfortunately. But it does indeed take us down to like here for a bounce zone. But historically, this entire cycle, Bitcoin has had massive rallies off of that level. So, you know, it could be good because our past rallies off that level have been around like 30%. I can actually pull something up really quick and show you as well. Yeah, I saw. It's crazy. We'll talk about it. Fuck. Screw it. I'm not going to pull it up. But that is indeed where it's looking like it will bounce right now. Bitcoin's not been doing great, and there's a lot of reasons for it, and we'll get into those. But also, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be so concerned right now. One, also, digital asset fund flows for the current time period, right? So we're talking about ETFs, ETPs, and things like that globally, all around the world. We are seeing some of the strongest performance we have ever seen in the history of exchange-traded products right now, even though it doesn't feel like it. Right? Because what happens is these people are buying and they're holding, and then you have a giant whale or some sort of manipulation or something like that that's crushing it on spot. So sure, you get the $3.4 trillion of inflow in a week spot, but they're holding that. Then they exhausted their funds for the month or whatever, right? They made the buys they planned on making. But so when you have somebody that comes through and they drop a $500 million sell with a $300 million short, it takes time for the market to soak that up, right? Because these people have a lot of money and they're smash buying basically through these ETFs. They're smash buying hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's why you can see not this week, but last week was the best performing week we've ever had for ETFs. And so we're talking Bitcoin, we have Ethereum now, we also have Solana, but Bitcoin runs that show. We open it up, you can see how much Bitcoin runs that show. So you've got Bitcoin here, $1.2 trillion or billion dollars in a day. Just a single day on October 6th. 875 million in a day, 985 million in a day, 2 consecutive days of 600 million in a day, 429, 518. Those numbers are insane. That created the best week that we've ever had, right? But that's not it, because what's crazy is Ethereum went dang near just as hard for Ethereum anyways, because a lot of days on Ethereum, you might have like 50, $80 million of inflow, but you know, a week ago, you saw 546 million, 127, 307, 233, 420. Nice. And, you know, it's just strong. And now we also have Solana, who has basically been pure inflows minus 2 days. So it may just be the one ETF for Solana. I think there's 3 for Ethereum, or actually we can look. There's more than 3. Yeah, there's like 9. But for Bitcoin, there's several more. And they're about to launch them in Europe as well. So obviously, even with this little bit of outflow that we've had the last, 4 days out of the last 5, it doesn't equate to a single one of the top days for last week. It doesn't really matter. The thing is you're seeing more sells and more shorts that stack up and they make an impact. BlackRock, so much so that they have outstanding shares day after day. They cannot keep up with the demand that people are asking to get this Bitcoin. They have currently 1.4 million outstanding shares that they have to issue. So that's Bitcoin they don't even have yet. They have to buy that Bitcoin. Even though it's a spot ETF, they have not fulfilled those shares yet. They are outstanding. This is more Bitcoin that needs to be purchased. So absolutely monumental. And it's not just ETFs, right? Because ETFs and the ones that we're currently talking about are basically your spot ETFs. There's a couple futures ones, but not many. Like XRP has a futures ETF. Solana has one. I think Hedera might in Canada. But there's also futures in the United States ran by the CME, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Actually, Cass and I were walking by them like a week or two ago. It's cool, right? They're right there. You can see the floor and everything. And this is how much they are seeing their cryptocurrency growth take off. They are seeing monumental growth, over 200% growth year over year. But if you break it down into quarters, they're seeing even more growth, right? Average daily value in quarter three was 12.7K. Average daily open interest in quarter three was 28.6K. So and it just gets better and better, right? And then there's obviously other ones. You've got Ethereum up 441%. Metis, why does Metis have one? Metis has one. There's no way that's Metis. But you're seeing monumental growth all the way through, right? So this is huge. You're just starting to see, this is why everybody's saying that the 4-year cycle is dead. And I'm not saying I agree with them or I disagree with them, but it also makes sense, right? Think back to 2021. Everybody was saying, just wait, guys, the institutions are going to get involved and it's going to skyrocket us. Well, now it's here. The thing is instead of seeing this like everybody wants to see, you're seeing this. Nice and slow. You're seeing a gradual incline. You're seeing gradually tons and tons of new liquidity enter the market. And that is the effect it's having. And you can also definitely see it with stablecoins. Look at stablecoins. It's that exact parabola I was just showing. It's not a straight line up. It is a nice gradual increase as you have banks onboarded, companies onboarded, treasuries onboarding, countries and states onboarding. It's not just companies. It's literally the global macro environment is all onboarding. However, that does cause headwinds. Currently, you have global macroeconomic chaos, right? So that's going to cause headwinds like we're currently seeing. Those spot sellers, those panic sellers that want to create chaos in the market. It's all planned. You can see it when you lay everything out like this. And it doesn't just end at stablecoins because you got to remember the fundamentals are just as important when we're talking about all this. And currently, you've got Bitcoin. Currently, I didn't grab a new one. I could pull it up, but I couldn't figure out the login, honestly. But just this month, Bitcoin is at a 6-year low of Bitcoin on exchanges, right? And I know everybody's been saying it forever. Supply shock. Yes, it is coming. It's definitely going to happen, but it's going to take more and more of these ETFs to pile up, right? And that's going to contribute to it. You're starting to see chains that are introducing bridges and Bitcoin pools and everything like that. You have to lock up Bitcoin to do that. That's going to cause more buy pressure. It's, the reserve that exchanges have, they also offer OTC. It's pulled from there too. There's also OTC desks, but unfortunately when people buy from OTC, they typically dump on spot. Actually, we were talking about that in the Telegram channel this morning as well. So it is a big deal that it's happening and everybody's losing sight of that. And there's more as well. Because the hash rate, you want to look at how strong is the Bitcoin network? How secure is it? How much energy is backing it? Just a couple days ago, we had Elon Musk talking about how fiat is not real because it can be endlessly distributed, right? You can increase the supply unlimited. However, Bitcoin is real currency because it is basically energy quantified into currency. And you continue to see that value increase by the amount of value that is securing the network, right? As the hash rate goes up, the difficulty gets harder and it takes more complex miners in order to mine the network. So therefore the hash rate goes up. If we were seeing the Bitcoin start to fail and start to crumble and crush, you would see this drop off exponentially, right? People would be giving up on it. They're going to shut down their facilities where they have thousands of miners. You've got Chester in here. He's unfazed, right? Miners don't care. They're still securing the network. They're still mining, and they're still with it. They're still with it. I need a drink. I'm talking too much. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know the market's been rough, but it's Friday. We got to have a good time, guys. We got lots of good stuff to go over. And some of that also is not just Bitcoin, because also altcoins. We're all wondering, when is altcoin season? Is altcoin season going to happen? One of the reasons why you can see that altcoins still do have strength is within your major layer twos, right? So you've got Marks Anthony says bottoms up. It's water, sir. It's water. Hold on, I need another drink. That one's tequila. But anyways, you got total value secured by type, right? So you got your different major layer twos within Ethereum. Now Solana is about to launch layer twos as well. You've got, actually, I can't even remember the name of it, but I almost worked with them with Cryptos R Us. So you've got the layer twos there. Nobody really cares about the layer zeros on Avalanche, Polkadot, and Cosmos and things like that anymore. In fact, you've got projects looking to leave Cosmos ecosystem and stuff, and they want to move to an Ethereum layer 2. So it just shows you how strong it is to be an Ethereum layer 2. Look at Base, one of the biggest layer 2s on Ethereum, and it's ran by Coinbase. So it just makes sense. And right here, you can see it. It is one of the number 2 chains. If we look at the max here, you can see the number just is going up exponentially, right? We're finally back at our 2024 peaks here, but it shows that money is not leaving in exodus from these chains, right? TVL is not just vanishing and disappearing. There's still strength. What you're seeing and what you're currently mentally impacted by is short-term price action. It's that simple. The network and the Web3 infrastructure and everything like that is as strong as it's ever been. And honestly, Solana is starting to overtake Ethereum a bit. This is weekly DEX volume versus Ethereum. So at this baseline right here, this bottom line, this is 100%. So it's basically even, right? As it goes up, it's gaining market share against Ethereum. Now, everybody likes to talk shit about Solana, and I know that. I say that every time I bring it up. But the point of the fact is that you have other major layer ones that are gaining strength and continuing to bring new usage into the chain while others continue to grow. What that means is that fresh capital is entering the market. So, yeah. But it's not all peaches and rainbows, but there is some of it within that. When you get to the macroeconomics, things start to get a little bit cloudy, and that's why you understand that these things are happening. Why is the crypto market so strong right now fundamentally, but price is so bad? So when you get into that, obviously right now everybody wants interest rates cut. And what's crazy is, despite the fact that we currently have a government economic data blackout in the United States, the Fed is currently leaning towards a cut still in October. So we could still see that cut in October, which is obviously going to end up being bullish on markets and good, right? We want to see that. It's positive. Also, you do have treasury yields are staying elevated because there is the risk of hot inflation. So that's also causing that risk to safety, right? We're seeing that flight to gold, which we'll get more into, but that's causing panic, right? Major investors, hedge funds, VCs, and banks and stuff like that, they're not taking those risky bets. They're buying the safer ones. But also, what's positive is we do have the tariffs, or well, it's negative, but there's a positive silver lining to it. What caused this dump in the first place, if you go back to Bitcoin and, we fall here, boom, this dip here is due to Trump announcing that we will have 100% tariffs on China. Once again, not the first time. Evidently, it won't be the freaking last time either. But he did come out and say just yesterday that it's not sustainable. So it's not going to be possible. Like he's saying that, and he's trying to be a businessman, right? It's like yesterday we had the speech that he came out with at 3 o'clock, and it was supposed to be this big deal. And in that speech, the other people that spoke were all talking about how they were so happy he handled it because he's such a good businessman and able to get deals done. So this tariff situation that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing Trump lash out so that he can cause a panic and get other people to bend to his will. I'm not saying that this is the right way or that I agree with it. What I'm saying is that's what we're seeing play out. Otherwise, the next day you wouldn't come out and say, yeah, that's actually not possible. It's like not sustainable. We can't do that. Our economy would crumble. That's not, he's just talking hard and trying to get a deal through the line. But it causes major market panic in the process. And that's why we're seeing this flight and this panic and the liquidations and everything, right? And also, you do have the dollar getting stronger, and that's, a thing. So everybody always says when the DXY goes up, it's got an inverse relationship with Bitcoin, so Bitcoin goes up. That's not always the case. If you look right now for the past few days here, we have indeed had the DXY been going up. This coincides directly with Bitcoin going down. Hey guys, we're gonna have 100% tariffs. That makes the dollar stronger. We're gonna get more money. DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down, flight to safety, gold goes up, right? So you're seeing that inverse relationship actually play out. Now, it also doesn't always play out. If you go in and you compare it to Bitcoin, it doesn't always actually match up. So see, it's been not inverse for quite some time. And then you have random moments where it is, because this is the DXY strength against Bitcoin. So when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin's goes down, and that causes this blue line to go up, right? It's just recently that it's actually correlated again inversely. So it's not perfect, but it is also one of the things. When you have a sharp spike in the DXY like that, you'll tend to have that panic that we're seeing right now. And then, of course, gold. We have gold going to an all-time high, right? So you have people saying, I want to FOMO in. I want to chase this. Think about how slow gold has moved over the years. Most of its growth is within like the last 16 years. So it doesn't move very fast. And now you've got gold bugs and other people, social media. Think about how big that is. So you have influencers talking about it and driving the masses to it. And then you have investors. Investing is getting bigger. Cryptocurrency, stocks, everything. It's getting larger. And then so you've got influencers like George or Altcoin Daily or whatever, and they're talking about how gold's getting bigger. Maybe nobody's ever paid attention to precious metals before, but now they're like, whoa, it's on a big run. I'm going to check that out. So then they check it out and they see, oh shit, I want to FOMO into that. So they sell out of Bitcoin, they get into gold, right? It's what always happens. And actually, I didn't pull up a chart, but it's very, very common that gold tops out and then you have a big dump, Bitcoin stops dumping and goes up, right? It's a delay. So you can't see that, but man, look at this run on gold. This is currently on the daily chart, and this is actually like a stupid run for gold. You got 30% run in 62 days. And actually I added a day. So 61 days. I mean, that's a crazy run for a $30 trillion asset. It is historically the biggest asset ever in the world. So kudos to gold. All that goes to say though, that guys, if you really zoom out, if you just zoom out a bit, it really doesn't look that bad. Bitcoin's not dead. Crypto's not dead. Nothing's bursting. If anything, I'd be more concerned about an AI bubble. But guess what? When we're buying Bitcoin and Memecoins, we're not worried about an AI bubble. So I don't think that's a big deal. We might see some short-term price suppression and liquidations and things like that. But at the same time, like I was talking about yesterday in my video, we have seen open interest completely reset on exchanges and gone negative. So funding rates going negative, which is typically a sign of reversal for the market. It might last a couple days at times, and now it is Friday. So we could see this go throughout the weekend, especially if something shocking comes through. I'm not saying it's impossible to see a wick to 100K. Like I said, that's where that moving average is. So it's bounced there many times. And I can actually show that because it's crazy. So I'll pull it up here real quick. Um, yeah, it's right here. So look, this is that's that 50-day EMA I'm talking about, currently sitting around $100,000. And hey, every time it's tagged off there, it goes on ridiculous runs this cycle. So we very well could see that. But I don't want to bore you guys with nothing but Bitcoin, macroeconomic chaos, and a bunch of bullshit about why we're losing money. Because guess what? I do actually think there's a lot of opportunities in the market. And obviously, me being the disgusting degenerate I am, that all begins with meme coins. And hey, I'm not going to lie. Some of these big cap meme coins also look attractive. And they're not down as bad as you would think they would be, because they were actually recovering pretty strongly before this downturn happened. So like Dogecoin down 3.1%, that's not so bad. And I still actually think it's a good buy. You've got Thumbs Up Media, who is a big Dogecoin treasury company that's publicly traded and is mining Dogecoin, and they're doing more validator stuff and everything. They've been coming out with announcements the last few days. I think Doge is still going to go on a crazy run. Pudgy Penguins down 10%. Yes, please. $1.3 billion. I still think Pudgy Penguins is a $5 billion company, without a doubt, especially when you think about how big their real world asset market is. Not even that, like, it generates revenue and stuff. Think about their spread, how far across Web2 retail stores and things like that they are. I see normal people on Facebook that have no idea about crypto, never would touch it in their life. They don't even invest money. They're just hoping their retirement takes care of them at the end. And they use Pudgy Penguins gifts because guess what? Those penguins are fucking cute. You know, and Bonk almost down to $1 billion, still up in the last 7 days. Meme coins have not been getting slaughtered, guys. Just your small caps. You've got some big ones though, like SPX under $1 billion. I think that's a good buy for sure. I'm not big on Floki. I'm not big on Whiff. I mean, at $500 million though, not bad. 500 million market cap. It's still up 10% though. This market has not really hit it though. Brett, good. Keep going lower, honestly. Sneck, I always think Sneck's a good buy right now. Turbo, they're still working hard and working with other projects. They're even working with Clash, man. And I just think there's a lot of good opportunities with meme coins, and especially with altcoins. Honestly, I almost did a $10,000 portfolio with you guys tonight instead of talking about all the other crap I talked about, because there's so many altcoin opportunities in the market right now. There's literally an opportunity everywhere you look right now. So don't look at this as the end of everything. Look at this as an opportunity to pick something up in middle of the bull run. You got lucky with a prolonged dip is what you got. Scared money don't make no money. Now, some of my favorites, though, StrayDog, I told you guys, I was buying at this 1.5 mil mark, and that was the bottom. Indeed. StrayDog on a nice recovery while the market dumped on the other day and everything was down 30, 40%. StrayDog was up 24%. StrayDog's got your back. So, like I said, it didn't hit everything. StrayDog fell well before the market dump. You had people taking profits. That's what happens when you have a run up like that and not a big dump. I mean, you've got respectable runs and falls there. Like, it's a beautiful chart still. So I'm still bullish on StrayDog. I'm still buying here. And like I said, I bought down here at that 1.5 mil mark, just like I had said. I also did that buy that was like over here, I believe, or no. I can't find it again, but I was able to find my buy on here and the red candle that immediately cheated it after, the one that I sent to Vitalik, because I did do a $5,000 buy and I burned it by selling it to Vitalik. So obviously I'm still bullish on StrayDog, and I hear that there's going to be a big push coming soon. They're also still doing the daily spaces and everything like that. Can't really lose when you're looking at a community that pushes like that and a chart as strong as that, right? Typically, a lot of meme coins, when you get into a dump like we're seeing right now in the market, you see a huge fall, especially with these small ones, because they're going to flee to safety. But guess what? Clash has been another one that's actually held decently. Now, it has been somewhat of a slow bleed, but hey, for a project that's under a month old, just like StrayDog, well, StrayDog's a little bit older than Clash, but not by much, like maybe a week, I think. I mean, we can look. 1 month and 1 day, 1 month and 22 days. So a little bit older. They're both holding phenomenally. So StrayDog ran up to, or Clash ran up to $80 million, and now it's down at 30. But think about everything that has happened. First off, you had this insane run up to $80 million. And then you had all the market chaos that has happened in the process. All these crazy wicks are people dropping $120,000, $130,000 sells, and they get eaten up and back up. And then, yes, market pressure is sending things lower. Solana's at like $180. When this launched, Solana was at like 230. So that has an impact. That's its main pair. But it's finding that bottom around 100 or around 30 mil. And hey, if it can trade sideways there, honestly, still, guys, if you're part of this channel and if you pay attention, you got into Clash at 300K anyways. You still have 100x. And guess what? Also, every single day, George still streams and he still does the giveaways. And he's live right now because he's doing a tournament right now where he's going to give away over $3,000 in giveaways and prizes. This isn't me scratching George's balls. This is me saying, like, he's still there pushing. Every other freaking dev you see in the meme coin space and community coin space do not do shit like this. They can't make it work. And he's still there streaming every single day, doing numerous giveaways every single day, working out partnerships every single day, hasn't paid for a single listing yet. There's 4 exchange listings, not to mention LBank, FEMEX, MEXC. So big exchanges, not your bullshit Biconomy and crap like that. And then you also have the tournaments, right? Where there's professional players paying. Now he's paying 1st to 10th place, and he's giving out 15 giveaways to other people who played but didn't place 1st through 10th. And then he's also giving out 20 giveaways to spectators. So no matter what way you're involved, you're able to win. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? I'm probably going to get off this and go play because why not make some freaking tokens, right? So that goes to say, like, I'm not losing faith in Clash. In fact, when Clash dipped down here to 25 mil, 23 mil, I bought more. Because I'm seeing strength in StrayDog, I'm seeing strength in Clash, and I don't think that they're going to go much lower. And if they do, I'm buying more. It's that simple. You know what else I bought more of? And here's where you're going to say I'm a little bit crazy. 6.7, bro. It's currently, now it's at 16K market cap. I actually first brought this up in the Telegram channel. And I also got a message that something really screwed this up. And I'm wondering if I should have brought it up or not. But I brought it up like right here or so in the Telegram, around 30K market cap. And I brought it up for a reason. And then it ran up to 52K and it dumped. And some whales, or I mean, can you really call them whales? They dumped like $1,000, but like 3 of them did it and it dumped the chart. But the reason why I did is because, and his account suspended, damn it. I should have took screenshots. Actually, I did. So let me get the screenshot because I don't totally understand it. But that kid that made that whole 6-7 thing that's viral right now, South Park just did an episode about it last night. And I watched it and I didn't understand anything. Here we go. Let me screenshot this and make it into a link so I can open it because I took this. Well, the kid that made all of that popular is still posting on X. Well, now he's fucking suspended. But he posted yesterday him reacting to the South Park episode, and it gets 12 million views, right? He's also got over 100,000 on TikTok. We can pull that up too. He's got 105,000 followers on TikTok. like these videos 4.53 or 45.3k, 1.3 million, 433k, like tons of views of just this kid, right? Well, he launched a token, and there's been fakes acting like him before, but this one is seemingly actually him. I mean, whether or not it actually is, I guess we'll find out. But the thing is if you copy the contract address and you go to Pump Fund and everything, it is him. He's streaming about it, and he's doing streams. So that's why I bought it. I bought at 30k and I put it in a soul. It fell down to 15k and I put it in a soul. This green candle right here, I think is mine. I think I did that one. But I don't know. I bought it in that same wallet I bought bruh. So you guys can track it if you want. But I don't know. If this kid actually is streaming about it and if he's going to post about it on TikTok, maybe he'll do something. I should have put in like a bar tab or a bar tab and a half, but I had like 3 soul in the wallet, and I was like, let's throw a soul. I'm a degen. Like I told you guys at the beginning of every episode, I tell you, I am your degenerate host, Josh. So that is all I have for you tonight, though. Down to do some Q&A. I'm going to check out chat here, see what I missed, because I talked for like 32 minutes, guys. This is why I don't make the big bucks. Oh, I got to find Oz's message here. Approve it. Yeah. Fuck those guys. Let's see here. I'm not going to talk a lot about it, but if it comes up, I'll address it. No. What are you talking about, Cass? Mark Anthony says he's never late. Who's got the timer? I see 2 messages from you, Cass. Oh. Cass is talking to me, guys. Mark Anthony says I'm never late. That was also Cass's fault. It was. It was her fault. What's going on, Ozbuds? Happy to see you. What's going on, Asinol? Man, that name trips me up every single time. Saturday morning here, weekend vibes kicking off. Gold Coast today. It sounds beautiful. Ron Paul's pouring his drink now. He normally hits the buy button when sipping on bourbon. How about tequila? Ozbud said, I hope we got rid of that person calling us pump and dumpers, because we are not. We are nearly insiders with excellent research skills and fingers on the pulse of the market in general. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel 100% in tune with what you just said, because guess what? My entire day, my entire 9 to 5, my entire week, my past 6 years of my life has spent researching the crypto market for the arguably one of the top 3 biggest crypto outlets in the entire world. It's worked out pretty well so far for them. I think that I know what I'm looking at, and fingers on the pulse, man, that's all I do. So, you know what? The guy that called us pump and dumpers, since I put out yesterday's video, he hasn't sent a single tweet out. In fact, I feel bad to say it. And also, I lost like $2,500 in all of this. That project's at like a $15,000 market cap. It's gone to zero. The difference about 6-7 though is that it only got to $50,000 market cap, so it going to 15 is like no big deal. Right? I just want to make that clear. It's a little bit different. Yeah, and the kid hasn't rugged me yet. He still holds his supply. So 15K is not always bad, damn it. I want to make that clear. Moonshine. No, I can't sip on moonshine. I'll die. Ozbuds agrees. It's Ankin paint stripper. Yeah. Woodstock Cola. Yeah, we're still talking about booze. Crazy Uncle says the penguins are really cute. I agree. They're freaking cute. George is gold. Ozbuds, are you in the Discord? Because there's somebody that's got a name like you in the Discord. Always talking in the Clash chat. It's like Oz something. Where is it? I'm trying to look for it right now. Let's see. Oz. No, I don't think that's you. OzGaming.net. I don't think that's you. Never mind. I just always see the Oz, and I'm like, I wonder if that's him. See, even Oz is on 6'7". My kid's always 6'7". I don't think it means prostitute or anything. Don't rug 6'7". I'm not rugging it, bro. I'm still holding. Look at I can prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you guys. This is how I'm gonna prove it because look, here's where you're also gonna see that I lost $2,600. Where's my one soul buy? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one's me. ZTR. Because look, 2 tokens. DeFi activities. Guess what? It bought oh, that's from the bot that I used to buy. But bought 3.5 million, bruh. Bought 10 million, bruh. Spent 1 soul on 6-7, spent 1 soul on 6-7, and then guess what? Still holds the 16.5 million of 6-7, still holds the 12.5 million of bruh, because I bought 13.5 million, and guess what? I gave away and sent out 1 million, as you'll see. Oh wait, I don't want to show where I sent the tokens to because he might want to have everybody know. But yeah, I lost like 14 soul in the last 2 days. It's kind of fucked up. Anyways, is Spotify a steal or a pass at this price? You know, these AI plays, man. It's just you never know what's going to happen. That's the problem. Like I'm going to pull up Spotify, and I've been a little bit disappointed. I've stopped getting updates from the team. The team has also stopped posting on X, which is unfortunate. Now, if I hear anything, I will be the first to say that I think it would be a good DCA opportunity. When I was still getting updates, I think we were right here, and I said it was a good DCA opportunity. And there was that run up, and then everything just kind of stopped and it bled off. So it sucks. But like, if we go to their X, like they're talking about a builder series and stuff, and that happened. Like you can see that it happened. It was 40 minutes long, but that's the last thing that's happened. Nothing else has happened since then. Like, not even a reply, just like gone. And then I haven't heard from anybody. I wouldn't say panic sell it because at this point, if you bought in at a higher market cap, it's not worth shit. So like, let me see if I can find something out. But it's unfortunate because like actually what they were building is really cool. Natural language AI agents that can be integrated with Twitter and social media. Like that's cool. And it's hard and it's not and it's something a lot of people and companies would want, right? It's a very desirable product. But if the team's not there, no, we're fucked. But I'm keeping an eye on it to see, and I'm still in contact with one of the people that would be in know, but they haven't been able to tell me anything yet. So I'm just trying to find out still. Is Tao a huge player in the space or what? Well, their market cap sure the hell would say. Find me somebody that can tell you what the hell they're doing. Sounds like a CCCP pump to me. I mean, Tao is going to be big because it has all the connections, but like at the same time, like guys, if you like how big it is a little bit. I don't want meme coin categories. See, I go to meme coins so much that it just takes me there. Man, I don't like how they changed this all up. Why? Okay, Near is not an AI chain. First off, Story IP still does literally nothing. ICP is not an AI chain. Render, yes. Filecoin, yes. Injective is not an AI chain. The Graph, okay, they made a pivot from internet Wikipedia to, or Web3 Wikipedia basically, to Web3 Google, Web3 Wikipedia, whatever, to AI. But like, I never saw any fruition of that. FET, arguably very AI, arguably the most AI of this. So why does Tao or however the hell you say it, BitTensor, have a $4 billion market cap? Bunch of Asian companies bought a shitload of it. I mean, they've got data centers and stuff, but like, what are they doing? What are they providing? They're not. There's zero use case for it. There's just a bunch of big money behind it, and so it's the most asinine shit ever. When it blew up, I was watching it, and I'm like, there's no reason why this should keep going. It was back here, and I'm like, there's no reason why this is happening. There's still no reason why it's at $4 billion. The fact that it ran to $5.28 billion is ridiculous. And also, like, they have a max supply, but they emit supply and stuff. So like that's why the chart doesn't let. Yeah, I mean, I don't think BitTensor is a good project. And then if you want to talk about other AI projects, even FET I said is one of, like, sure, it's the most true AI project there is. But there's drama within FET. You have to remember that's a merge of 3 different AI crypto projects. They're splitting up. So is that a goodbye? I don't know. Theta, that's not AI. Virtuals is AI. Aether, I guess they're AI. Oregon Trail, really? Oregon Trail's this far up on AI? There's a lot of better AI projects. Turbo's not even an AI project. It was created by AI. It's a meme coin with a DEX. I think coin market cap's sorting is bullshit too. Yeah, it's like Bitcoin the way it operates. Yeah, Tau is trash. It just moves well, but like, why? You can't put any fundamental value behind BitTensor. It's just that simple. So, might it get bigger? Probably. Can I tell you why? No. Do I think it's a good buy? No, because I can't tell you why. Cass, toss out a meme for us. You couldn't hear, but she said, ticker Bitcoin. You know what, guys? She said Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. And actually, I've been thinking about making a purchase lately. Man, I still like ticker Bitcoin at this level. Good buy at this level still. Um, no, if I buy anything, I want to buy one of their NFTs. Let's see what the floor is at right now. A Sproto. Can we? Here we go. I gotta mute that. So, what are the Sprotos at? They're at 1100. Should we buy a Sproto? We're gonna pick one on stream. Give me a second. Let me move some Ethereum. Let's buy a Sproto live on stream. Well, Cass, you better get a. We can. I gotta buy ETH. Damn it. I'll buy $1,800 in ETH. That should do it. Let's see. What wallet do I want to buy it in? I'm gonna make a new wallet just for this. Let me take myself off the screen. See, you guys will be able to find out anyways, but you guys don't get to see all my wallets. Fuck off. I've been wanting to buy one for a while, anyways. There we go. Cassie sent me one. Let's see if I like it. Well, I haven't read it yet. I'm busy sending ETH. Mark Anthony says, "Is it true that you're giving out a half soul on next week's stream?" You understand how much money I've lost streaming? I gave out $100, or I gave out $100 yesterday, or actually it was like $180 for that million. Not yesterday, the day before, for the million. Bruh, it was like $180, and I got rugged. I'll do a giveaway soon, but next giveaway that I do will be in the Telegram, so it won't be on YouTube. It'll only be in the Telegram. Waiting for my money to show up. Damn it. All right, well, in the meantime, we can go shopping. Oh, I got to put my screen on because we're going shopping. I don't want to see the chart. There we go. Because also these NFTs have gotten crazy high before. Let me show that actually, because if you go all-time high, no, they're so much older than this. This is when they got listed on Magic Eden. Damn it! Let's go pull up at OpenSea. It should be these. Yeah. Let's see. Activity, I think. No, I forget how to look at it. Oh, here we go. Tokens. There we go. They've gotten. You're not going to tell me what the ETH value was there? Okay, well, currently, what, they're 0.06 ETH? They're not 0.06 ETH. Why is this so confusing? Or wait, this is the token. Damn it! I want the fucking the chart for the. Why do they have to make it so difficult on here on OpenSea? Where's Pro Mode? It's one of those switches. Here we go. Make that bigger. There we go. 7 days. There we go. They got up to 2.4 ETH. So that's a huge, huge increase. 2.4 ETH. They're currently selling at 0.2 ETH. I'll take a 10x on an NFT. All right, now let's go shopping. Why was that so difficult to find out? They only recently this year came on Magic Eden. That's why you can't find the whole price history on Magic Eden. They were only on OpenSea for the longest time. Search. Let's look at rare to common. That's number one. I want to only see the ones that are for sale, though. Marketplaces. Well, I guess we'll just go look at the ones that have buy now. Oh, this guy's pretty rare. I don't know. How rare is he? How rare is he, though? It doesn't say. He's never been sold. I feel like you can see all this stuff easier on here on OpenSea. Damn it. I don't want to open that. I want to close it. Oh, it's just there. Okay. Let's see. Rarity. Most rare. And then it's got to be for sale. Or listed. Here we go. All right. What's wrong, Cass? How about you just come over here and sit with me? No, I don't. Nope. Tell her, get over here and sit with me. We're shopping.
Oh, I like his crazy eyes.
We're shopping. So currently it's sorted from most rare to least rare. But this guy's 0.9 ETH. I'm not buying him. Let's see. Price. We'll set a max. Let's see. Did we get our ETH yet? We got our ETH. We have 0.46 ETH. I want to put a minimum or a maximum of 0.35 ETH in to an NFT because then the remainder we'll put into Tigger Bitcoin.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I like him actually. He's the most rare within that price range.
I do like his.
However,
I like his creepy hands.
Look at this guy's only. Oh wait, his buy now is 0.344. His buy now is 0.314. He's got hands. How many of them have hands?
Not a ton.
Hold on, nobody can hear you.
Not a ton. So I had to edit that one intro.
Yeah.
And I like edited like 3. Like I don't know how many Sprotos were in that picture.
But he actually looks like Sonic. And he's
Sonic's creepy uncle.
And he's 0.295. He's got double colored lips. Although this guy's got hands.
He's got 2 lips. Where's the chin?
I think he has a yellow chin. Otherwise, he has 3 lips.
Yeah, I like the creepy hands.
Oh shit! Nobody can see.
This guy's got weird eyes. Oh well.
There we go.
Here.
Nice. I don't know. This guy's got pretty.
Like a double mouth?
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning
double
towards,
top lip. I kind of dig it.
I'm drawn towards him, but
keep scrolling.
I kind of like him. I don't know. I keep going back to him.
What
3 eyes.
What about that guy?
He's like he's literally at the top.
He looks like a caveman Sproto.
He does look like a caveman Sproto.
Kind of like
him. But he's pretty good too.
This guy's been around a while, like available.
Nobody wants him.
Do you just like this guy because he's more rare? What even makes a Sproto more rare?
I don't know.
Did you get randomly assigned the category of more rare?
I did.
Because did the Sproto get randomly assigned the category of rare?
I don't know.
Because I don't see any really similar rehashed features between any of these. Like there might be ones that are close, but they're not the same.
See, they don't have.
Yeah, see, Sprotos don't really do that.
Yeah, I don't.
All the Sprotos are awesome. That's why you choose the Sproto that speaks to you.
Well, fine. In that case, we'll get rid of the rarity. Okay, so we're looking at Sprotos underneath 0.35 ETH. What, this one? The bozo?
I don't know. For some reason, it just makes me giggle with the like innocent eyes, but the collar around its neck.
I mean, I'm leaning towards this guy because he's like, he's pretty degen. Look at he stays in the basement all the time. He doesn't have a neck.
He looks like he stays in the basement all the time.
This guy has arms on his neck.
And then his shoulders.
Actually, I'm voting him.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right, we're doing him.
I like that they're on his neck and then there's his shoulders. It looks like he's wearing a bolo tie too. Yes. I said I'd have a Sproto by the end of this.
Oh, I don't want to give OpenSea my money. I want to give Magic Eden my money. So we want Sproto 22.
Why? What's the difference?
Magic oh wait, actually technically OpenSea supposedly has an airdrop coming soon. So fuck it, I'll buy it through them.
Why would you have done Magic Eden though?
Because OpenSea is scummy. They just are.
Okay.
All right, we're in. The man with arms on his neck.
The cat. He looks like a cat.
All right. Pending purchase.
It'd been a while since I looked at the Sprotos, ever since my favorite one got bought.
Wait.
Sproto 571, if you're out there, I will buy you.
Wait, is it actually a no, it's not 420. What was the one that had 420 in the mint number? One of them? Oh, 420 in the mint number. Damn. Fuck. Do I buy that one too?
No, you should have bought the Degen.
I should have bought the Degen.
He looks like a Degen shark.
Fuck.
Or is it dunce? Depending on the day, I guess.
Oh man. Thanks, Ron Paul. Congrats. Nice. And then obviously we're gonna follow it up with a
Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 you. Bye.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. And then we'll go to Tigger Bitcoin. Make sure that that is indeed the contract address. EEEEA9.
I didn't know their contract address had been in that.
We'll put in 0.15 ETH. Mark Anthony says, Cass, we never see you live. I thought you were an AI girlfriend. She's pretty enough to be.
I still might be AI.
She might be. I just spilled water all over myself. All right, there we go. We bought our ticker Bitcoin. We bought our Sproto. Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, I closed the tab because it's right here. But if we go here, then we go Etherscan. Oh my God, I'm human. Can you not tell? I'm not AI. I've got a real girlfriend and everything. Yo, what the fuck? This is taking forever.
Is it because of how many tabs?
There we go. There we go. We can see 2 minutes ago, 53 seconds ago, holds $575 of ticker Bitcoin. And I should be, yeah, there it is. Boom. Holds the Sproto. Boom. He's got gorgeous arms on his neck. Yes.
Yes.
But Mark Anthony asked, sold SWE for Bitcoin on this dip. Am I going to regret it? You know, you never regret buying Bitcoin. I agree with Cass on that. But you know what? Also, alts sometimes do bounce back harder. I tend to say, don't panic sell. But at the same time, hey, SWE hasn't been very strong. So it could have been a very, very good trade. Other than that, though, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys in the Telegram. I'll be in there all weekend like I always am. Smash up the likes if you like what you saw. Subscribe even if you didn't. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.